Well, good morning, everybody. Every bit of yesterday's footage got deleted. My stupid ass GoPro likes to name and date my videos, my saved video files on the SD card. For some reason, like January 5th. All the files from yesterday were from January 5th. So I just deleted them because I was like, well, I guess all the footage got corrupted. As it says, none of the files from today are here. So I just deleted them. Lo and behold, GoPro decided to make them January 5th. Anyway, I got the pad up to grade yesterday. Kind of letting this dirt dry a little bit. It's a little on the moist side. So while we let it dry, we're gonna start working on this slope here. So we got the pad up. All this is kind of junky dirt here. I stockpiled them 5 or 6 loads of really good topsoil there. But we're just going to take and fill all of this slope in. It's going to take quite a bit of dirt to do it. Just start filling this slope in to where he has a pretty nice, backyard here. That's the goal. So pretty much all we're going to be doing today is loading and hauling. We're just going to be stacking piles in here best we can. And yeah, so I'll set you guys up on I'm gonna jump on the dozer here first, push all this dirt up to me where I can get it loaded out, make this look a little better. And when we start hauling dirt, I'll set the camera up and let you guys watch. Hopefully the footage will be here when I go to make a video this afternoon. we got it all benched in down there where we can get the truck back around through there. We're gonna start hauling some dirt and get that slope built in best we can today. All right, guys, bit of a hectic morning this morning, trying to get the bottom of that pad set up where we can get big old Brutus down there to start building that slope out. Something happened to the lockers on the truck, and it's not the way we were going to do it. The truck won't go because only the front and left wheels spinning. I don't know what's going on with the lockers. They were literally just working. I got stuck like on Tuesday, I think, and locked the lockers in, and all 6 wheels pulled, and everything was good. So I don't know. I have an air leak somewhere. Don't really know what the deal is, but I called an audible. Now we're backing the loads down there below the pad. Basically, just going to build a shelf, kind of like you're building a pond dam, in a way. Starting out really wide at the bottom and then working your way up. And we'll get a good slope built out right there. It'll uphold the pad and get the customer a good backyard, because there's like a 7-foot fill down there in that corner, so it drops off pretty decent. Nothing horrible, but it's going to take probably 20-25 loads to get this slope built out. And I've already got like 6 or 7 loads of really good topsoil down there. These are, like 40-ton loads too. They're not like triaxle loads, so you could probably say, I'd say probably 10 triaxle loads are down there, to put into perspective what this truck hauls compared to a conventional triaxle like on-road truck. So that's why I bought this big old truck, because it was a lot of material. If I need a bigger Traco, I can go rent one, but this 323 is just more feasible for what we do every day. It's not every day you need a 336 to load a back dump. This 323, it's got a 2 and a 2.25, 2.15 cubic yard bucket, I think. So I mean, it does the job. It's no speed demon by any means, but it moves. You can move a good amount of material in a day with it if you just set in and hog it out. Especially if you're sitting up on a bench. I'm top loading right now because I don't really have any other way of doing it. But I'll kind of show you guys. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but over there, that's the slope for the pad, and he's dumping the loads on the bottom. We kind of have so the pad slopes down like this, and we're building a shelf, and we're dumping loads on that shelf, and then we'll come in and knock them down with a dozer, and we'll just keep raising that shelf up. Eventually he'll have a good gradual back slope back there behind his house, so he doesn't drop off into the world there. Pretty good topsoil here, but it's got a lot of rock in it, so it's why I just kind of chose to not save any of this, because if anybody knows, trying to topsoil a backyard with rocky topsoil, it's a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. So I think I've got plenty of topsoil over there to do what I need to do. If I don't, I've got some there right in front of me that I pushed up the topsoil, this cutback, whenever I get done with this cut. So as you can see there, he's backing down the slope now, and I don't know if you can see or not. Yeah, you can see. You get this big old bucket out of the way. But he's backing down the slope now and backing around the corner, and he's going to dump. And I'd say we'll get 2 or 3 more loads in, maybe. Oh, we got plenty of room. Cool. We're just stacking them in there as much as we can, and then whenever whenever we run out of room, I'll ride over there with him in the truck on the dozer, get on the dozer and knock them down, kind of make the bench a little wider, and we'll just keep going from there. Forgot I turned the camera off. I tried to do as little editing as possible because I don't enjoy editing anything. The software I use right now is not very good. I'm debating on getting like a MacBook or something. I've heard Final Cut Pro is the most user-friendly editing software around at the moment. So may bite the bullet and get a MacBook Pro. Don't really know what I'll do just yet, but I mean, the software I use at the moment, it works, but it's really complicated to try and edit. And we'll send them on the way. Trying not to overload it, because there are several hills and there's a water line right there that isn't very deep. So I could have packed on another probably maybe 3.5 buckets, but I just trying to keep the weight down the best I can. So, because that truck will absolutely destroy a job site. I'm digging backwards too. If you load it to the gill every time and drive in this, most dump truck drivers drive in the same ruts for some reason. He doesn't, because he's not a dump truck driver. He's actually an operator. He's just driving the dump truck today. So I don't know. It's pretty frustrating when you get a guy that just like wants to drive in the same rut all day long, and you end up with a 4.5 foot rut, and he's literally dragging the axle across through there, which is really stupid, because I've heard stories of people like tearing off oil pans and stuff in those trucks, like because they tore the plate off the belly pan, they tore it off. And they never replaced the belly pan, so they ran it without the belly pan, and then they tore the oil pan off and ran the motor drive oil and blew the motor up. So, moral of the story here, folks, don't run in the same ruts all day long. It's really stupid. It takes no skill, it takes no talent to just scoot over a tire. For some reason, dump truck drivers really like to run in the same ruts. I will never understand. But anyway, I don't know. My daily rant for you guys. I'm going to we'll probably move dirt till about 12:30, 12:45. I've got to go sign some papers. I refinanced my land, got it back to my bank here. Totally got screwed over by the company I used. Got me a horrible interest rate, blah 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 blah. And yeah, so got to go sign some papers at the title company, and then I'm going to play golf at 2:30. Because it's Friday, and you know what that means. F off Friday. Or as Big Dad would say, up your mom Friday. Old Brutus, she's a tank. She's got a new transmission, new head gaskets, new injection pump, new injectors, and I think that's it. So yeah, we've spent a lot of money on Brutus, but as you can tell, better not doing this with an on-road truck. On this uneven ground. That's where these trucks really, really shine. When the ground's not even, when it's a little wet, if the lockers are working. But the lockers aren't working for some reason. I don't know why the lockers aren't working. It's one of those things, they're temperamental. I haven't figured it out. At first it was because there was an air leak, and I fixed the air leak. And then the lockers started working. But now they're not working, so I don't really know what the deal is. And I don't have time to, I don't really have time to shut down and figure out why they're not working right now, so I'm just going to run the piss out of it. It's not hurting anything as long as if they're not working, you know, as long as you're not trying to like leave them engaged. Because if it's an air leak, that's like the worst thing you can do. Because they will, that dog bone that's trying to get into that differential, it will sit there and not engage fully because it doesn't have enough air pressure, and it will sit there and grind and grind and grind and grind and grind. And sometimes you can't hear it, and you don't even know you're doing it. So definitely not a good thing to do. This dirt is getting better and better the farther I get up this hill. I probably could have made this dirt work over here, but I found a lot better dirt closer to the pad, so it was kind of a no-brainer to use it. It's just a really wet, sandstone-y kind of clay material. It's got a lot of moisture in it because of this hard pan. There's a big hard pan pretty much on this entire property, and it doesn't let groundwater go through it, so it eventually goes down, and then the water starts coming back up out of the ground. It leaves everything pretty wet. That's another good thing too. I completely dug through that hard pan, so now everything's going to drain a lot better up there near his house, so the ground won't stay as wet. This big machine, I was able to dig through it. It's just a really sandy, like busted up sandstone layer underneath it, so the water's gonna perk down through it, no problem. Alrighty guys, well, you get the idea here. I'm gonna probably, I'd say a couple more loads, and then I'll need to go over there and knock them down with a dozer and start getting that slope built up. So when I get on the dozer, I will turn the camera back on.